Now, this is going to be slightly less in length when it comes to this video. I'm going to cover his trait. I'm just going to go over a few little things that his trait has. They actually buffed him, not significantly, but they buffed him in this recent balance patch. Now, Lobo's trait is he puts in nuclear shells, meaning the shells have different properties and they do more damage. So, as you can see, a 9% projectile will now become a, I think a 13. My screen's kind of fuzzy on my TV. Apologies. Basically, any move or throw or anything at all that involves his shotgun will now get that increased property. So even his throw becomes a more damaging throw because of the nuclear shot. Now, going straight into it, the nuclear shot itself. And when I say it gives different properties, the regular versions of this is untouched. They just does more damage, but the properties differ from his low shot. His low shot normally hits, if you do his low, hits them on the ground, and they just fly back. However, the nuclear version of his low launches them, which means you can go into something else. So you can go for whatever, anything that will follow it up. I've got examples of being able to combo into his low nuclear shot, because you can go into his back one to grab for a full combo. But other than that, it's a really good way to get damage from a sneaky low at any point. There isn't a string that Lobo has that doesn't involve a different move a different move built into the string that you can't actually cancel into his low. So you can always go for something. You've always got a low that can get good damage at any time. So his low is actually a really it's quite a dangerous little thing to throw out there, especially combined with the fact that you can tick throw with Lobo. You can go into anything else. That you've always got this option to go for a high-powered low attack, which can bag good damage, and you can always lead that into future setups. I've actually got a combo demonstrating what you can get. I'm recording it I recorded it just for the purpose of demonstration. You can combo into his 2-1. And then you have to let them sink. You have to let the opponent sink slightly before going for the back one, otherwise it will completely whiff. Not every string is guaranteed from the back one grab. With some other strings you can only get standing 3 into low. So let's say you've caught someone too far away, you can only get his low chain from it, which is setup. It's a setup. You know what I mean? You hit them in the chain, and it's another chance to go for something else. So yeah. You just have to sort of just come to grips with what string you do when you decide to throw out the low, and judging by the string you've done, what you want to follow it up with, because not every attack or move will actually hit, judging by the range that the nuclear shot puts the opponent at. I get asked a lot for the back one. How do you get the back one reliably into grab? It's all about realizing that as you're doing back one, you then buffer down back immediately. And the second the back one connects, you hit forward and 2 at the same time. That's how you get it to come out. It's tricky. It's not easy, but it's something that if you're going to play Lobo and you want to get the hang of it, you'll have to practice it. It's all about practicing it in high-level play. It's one thing doing it in training. It's another thing to do it in an actual match. So it's all about just practicing it and just get it out there. Other than that, they changed the properties of his meter burn shotgun. You can no longer actually wager this. You used to be able to wager the 2 shots. Now when I hit you with a meter burn, you can't wager any of this. So let's say you're nearly dead. You can go before they can wager. Well, you can wager straight away, but they decided to give Lobo the fact that you can't wager this, and it does slightly more chip damage on block. This now does 4% chip in total. The 2 shots put together will do 4% damage. It's not very significant. It's there. It's a buff, but it's not a buff that will help him in the long run. But it's cool that you can't clash that anymore, I guess. Yeah. Other than that, his trait, it also gives his forward 2-3. Again, because that's a low shot, it's a different property. So if you have the nuclear shot, the forward 2-3 will splat the opponent, giving you a setup afterwards. Obviously, that's a hard knockdown. They can't tech roll it, so. That's obviously another command grad setup also. It's quite hard. That's my phone, if you can hear that, I apologise. But yeah, it's quite hard to land that because of how slow it is. But, like I said, I'm just going to put that over there. Like I said, if you're going to try and go for, pressure up close, they may not know there's a low coming, which splats them, giving you a cross up or grab or whatever, really. On top of that, yeah, as I said, Lobo can't really do much from full screen. If the opponent wants to try and throw projectiles at you, you can take 1 or 2 projectile trades sometimes to get the shot. Because, if we just turn that down. If the opponent wants to try and throw projectiles at you, you can take 1 of the trades to guarantee the shot. For some reason, Lobo can constantly use trait, but you can only ever have 1 at a time. Another change they gave Lobo was they increased the speed of his trait, so he can now actually get trait about, if I remember off the top of my head, around 11 or 12 frames faster, I think. So it used to be 40 something and now it's 30 something. So yeah, he gets that slightly quicker, which is good because some characters could see Lobo trait and then go after him and close in space. You will, unless you're doing it inside of a combo, you can end a combo, or if you anti someone with that, you can get trait. Or if you're going to end a combo, you can, you can trait. You can trait at the end of a combo, but you're compromising the setup and the distance to do so. So you have to understand the fact that if you're going to go for his trait, you're going to compromise something in general, whether it be full screen health or potential damage and setups up close. But the nuclear shot is incredibly useful, so in some cases it's worth trading up for a potential, full combo from a cheeky little low nuclear shot that you're going to throw out there at any time. Yeah, I think other than that, there's not a whole lot to his trait. It just does more damage. As far as I can tell, the shotgun itself doesn't get any more range. The hitbox isn't increased. It's just a more damaging shot, and the low launches and splats from a certain string. So other than that, yeah, just head into training and try and see if you can find a few little things that you can do. I've explained what I do with Lobo, or what I suggest other people do, but it's all about, it's all about doing what you want to do and what works best for your game plan. But I just gave a few little tips in these videos. I probably rambled on a little bit, but as it happens when I don't have anything written out, or I'm just trying to show, I'm just trying to show what I do and why I do it in training with a limited sort of training partner I have. I normally practice this with Mustard, but he isn't here right now. I'm just doing this by myself. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Feel free to add me. My gamer tag is PND_Ketchup. You can follow me on Twitter on also PND_Ketchup, same name as my YouTube name. If you want to ask me anything about Lobo personally, then feel free to hit me up straight away. I'll always answer any questions you have. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have fun.